numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready. Took you out low. Against the money. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, Montgomery. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Out. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. No. Off.
Off the play fake. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup, sets up 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Now. Watch the screen. Let's go.
From the gun, Lawrence. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
30 base. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, do. Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Second and 13. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep? Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Following the penalty, Montgomery trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On second down now, it's Montgomery, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, Alpha. 53's a mark. 53. Check 53. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 2nd and 2. And that's complete to Sanders. Skirts by him at the 35. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Below Nichols. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing it all the way across the field?
It's complete to Grant. A gain of 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On first down, Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
I got you. I got you.
To throw on second down. Fields. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Operating from the gun. Fields. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
2nd and 10. At the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, no more. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Come on, switch it.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Running right, here's Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, Fields. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. 57 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Down. 91.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, shoot.
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Returnable for Grant. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
58's to Mike. 58's to Mike. Hey, tight down.
To throw again. Fields. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Fields. Open man is Higgins. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Fields. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
They're on 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
60 outlaw. 53's Mike. Here we go. Ready.
On first down, it's Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again. Fields. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The gain of 39 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think
accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Gallup, 76 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
61, matchbox, get it.
They'll run with Montgomery. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Now Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. The toss play to Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go on second and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw. Fields. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
2nd and 6. This pass complete to Higgins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On first down, it's Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
I don't think you got it, son.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Check the out, check the out. Look small. Part 9, Mike, part 9. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check the backer, check the backer.
On 4th down, Fields. And it is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Come. Yeah. You don't want none.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Out
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make a minute. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
From the gun, Lawrence. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
At the Eagles' 17-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Here we go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get it.
Operating from the gun, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Chicago, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.